Hi everybody, welcome to XYZ 3D Printing channel. I'm your host, Jason Wilson, and here on our show, we hope to share with you the ways in which 3D printing is impacting the world of creation and innovation. Because this is our first show, I'd like to introduce a very special guest, Edward Tong. He is a 22-year-old applied sciences and human resources major at National Taiwan Normal University. Edward has recently been working on a 3D project which is very cool, and a lot of people are going to nerd out about it. I'm going to save any further introductions and just welcome Edward to our show. Welcome, Edward.
Guys, hey Jason.
Awesome, man. Whoa, stabilizer, is that gonna like shock me or whatever?
No, it's okay, it's not far on yet.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Dude, that is beautiful.
Thank you.
I've got lots of questions to ask you, and I'm sure lots of people at home have a lot of things they're wondering about, but I know that's probably very uncomfortable.
It's hot. Trust me, it's hot.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna
how
take it
about
off. Yeah.
give you some time to change, and
Yeah,
we'll come back and do some Q&A. Is that cool?
Okay. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Is that gonna hurt?
It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay.
Okay, and we're back, and Edward is feeling a little bit more comfortable, I think.
Yeah, I'm
right?
out. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, we've got your Iron Man suit here. So my first question is just why? What inspired you to do this?
What inspires me? The first time I saw the movie, the Iron Man movie, what comes into my mind is just these mechanisms are awesome, and I just wonder how they were made. And questions keep forming, just how are these parts, joints, just come together, how, if you were Tony Stark, how are you gonna make it? Enough of questions, I'm gonna make something. And it's like the imagination coming out, just leaking out. I just say, I have to do it. My family, they just ask me, what you gonna do with the armor? What you gonna do with it after you're done? And that, I don't have an answer for that, because now the whole point is just making it and solving problems along the way. And it's just, I consider myself a maker, so I think it's a good training for that.
Would you consider this the skeleton of the Iron Man suit?
Yeah, it's the skeleton. So I was planning this way. I'm gonna do the armor by 3 layers.
Okay.
The outer ones, obviously this is not the outer layer. Outer layer will be plastic, and it's gonna just look like a Iron Man armor. And this was the inner layer. The inner side will be like, I made it in aluminum alloys,
Okay.
sheet alloys. So this was gonna be like very stiff inside, but not that stiff in the joints, so that I can move around with it. And between those layers, the middle layers will be like these electronics and those 3D printed parts that goes on to the metal parts. What you're seeing here is just the first 2 layers. It's gonna be the final layer on it. And there's some actual extra details that I haven't added on yet. It's like, I'll say like 55% done, I guess. Yeah, wow. 55%, yeah.
I can, looking at the armor, I think that this is just, very impressive. But actually, the most impressive part for me is these parts, like the Gauntlet, and I would say like this part, those are the arc reactors. Arc reactors, yeah. Right.
I just 3D printed them, and the gauntlets are actually compared to the rest of the armor is mostly done. I say it's like 70% done. The mechanisms is 3D printed, and
so
can take it off.
This part is 3D printed here.
The whole parts.
The whole
part.
Wow.
The black parts. Yeah, it's in black ABS plastics, and yeah.
How did you go about designing this?
I draw the files in 1, 2, 3D design. It was an Autodesk open source CAD app, and it took me about a month to design the whole thing, but I change it from time to time, because like this piece goes like open in this direction, it looks more like Iron Man, right?
So do you find that using a 3D printer is it more of a convenience or a necessity for this project?
3D printer is just like a little factory. They just make stuff. You know, if this is gonna do, like, if I'm gonna make this in metal, in alloys, just like the other parts, it's gonna take me like, I don't know, like days to just make it into shape. Okay. Right, just these two parts combined, they just took 6 hours to print. So yeah, I can use that 6 hours to do other whole stuff. Yeah.
And so you have to incorporate all the electronics that you use also in the 3D print as well, right? So for example, what I mean by that specifically is like these magnets here.
Yeah.
There are holes. Did you drill those, or were those incorporated into the
Yeah, that was
the print
inside
design?
the printing. That was in the print design. Yeah, I just stuck them inside and glued them on. Yeah.
That's a lot of hard work, man.
At first, you have to like measure all the parts that you're gonna put on there, like electronics, motors, and then you have. My way of doing it is just draw those parts inside the 3D files, and then combine them together, subtract. So there's gonna be left the hole where the motors, like electronics, goes. And after I printed it, just can stuck them right on.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And I've noticed there's lots of like electronic components, and these aren't just for vanity's sake. They actually have a function, right?
They do, yeah. So this is actually a microcontroller chip. It's an Arduino Nano chip, and it was powered by this battery. This controls the 3 motors here and extra 1 in here. And these are actually commanded there's a Hall effect sensor here. It senses the magnetic, the field. So when I clamped onto the armor, so just like that, yeah.
And you're able to, all of this is connected to your computer, right? So you can give it commands.
Yeah, so these 2 chips, I can just plug them to computers and code them. And there's an extra chip here. It's a bigger, more powerful one. It's Arduino Mega chip. It controls the light and the spine motors. And just plug it to computers here and just code them.
So there's motors on the spine. So it's actually like in the movie where he like stands up and he just walks into it, and then it just snaps into place,
the plan,
right?
Yeah.
That is sick, dude. Can we take a look at the back?
Yeah. There's 9 section of spines here, all the way from the little bottom here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically the plan was to just open up all the way to the legs, and these motors were open. And I could just step inside and then close behind me. That's the plan.
Man.
Yeah.
That is awesome. So you've said that you're 55% done with it.
I guess 55.
So all the electronics are finished.
Mostly finished.
Mostly finished.
Mostly finished.
What else do you want it to do besides kind of lock you in?
I'll probably add something more about on the arms. I'll probably make a little retractable missile.
Oh, okay.
That's what armors do, right?
Yeah.
Just shooting missiles. And I'm gonna put some panels here.
Okay.
Little clicks that you can control with. I'm gonna stuck an extra chip on here, a Bluetooth chip.
Okay.
A Bluetooth chip that can send signal to the central chip on the chest and do stuff. Say when I want to open the spine, I don't have to control it from the chest panel. I can just control it from my hand. I can just do certain hand gestures, and then the spine will open. That's the plan. Yeah. I haven't seen anyone doing the costume by the whole thing is joined together like this. Mostly were like pieces of armors that you can wear on, and gonna took a lot of time just put it on.
Right.
So my plan is when it is done in the future, it's gonna be like very easy to wear and very easy to take it off. Just go in and out, just like in a movie.
Well, Edward, man, I mean, it's a piece of art, and we're just really glad that you were able to come on and share it with us and go into detail how you made it. I mean, it's awesome. Yeah, and I'm sure everybody else really enjoyed. So there you have it, everybody. That's Edward Tong with his Iron Man suit in the works, 55% done, and Edward is 100% there. He's with it, and hopefully when he's finished, he can come back on the show and show us his finished masterpiece. So that's it for XYZ 3D printing, and we'll catch you next time.